Are you looking for an athletic scholarship? You're in the right place. This is the Recruit Me Athletic Scholarship Podcast, the longest-running podcast on recruiting and athletic scholarships. We're here to help your family navigate the recruiting road all the way to an athletic scholarship. He's a recruiting expert and a dad of 2 college athletes. He has a wealth of experience to share. Here's Recruit Me CEO, Brent Hanks.
Welcome to episode 494 of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. The Athletic Scholarship Podcast is the world's longest-running athletic recruiting education weekly podcast that started in October of 2025 by the Recruit Me founder, John Fugler. I purchased Recruit Me from Mr. Fugler in June of 2020, and I have continued to provide potential student athletes and their families recruiting advice and guided tips to help you find that right fit college and sports program for you. Recruit Me can help you to reduce the time you spend, the money you spend, and the anxiety that comes with the recruiting process. I did 3 episodes in 2025 that specifically covered those 3 topics. Episode 441 covered reducing recruiting anxiety. Episode 445 told you how Recruit Me will save you money. And episode 448 told you about saving time. You can listen to past the Athletic Scholarship Podcast episodes at the recruit-me.com website or on your favorite podcast app. This new year has started with 2 episodes. Episode 493, Recruiting Social Media Screenshots in 2025, November through December 2025. And episode 492, a review of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast episodes of 2025. In the 492 episode, you will hear a review of episode 460 called College Sports, a Worthy Goal. I covered some of the off-field experiences that are a benefit to a college athlete. It shows you that college sports is not only about the field, the court, or the track. There are many advantages to playing your sport in college. Relationships and travel are just 2 of the advantages. Again, go back and listen to episode 460. Today's episode carries a similar theme of advantages a college sports experience can provide. Meeting people from all over the country or the world is a great benefit to going to college and playing a sport. Both of my sons, Parker at Northwestern University and Sutton at Columbia College, have met and taken the field with players from not only all over the state, the Midwest, but all over the country. Off the top of my head, Parker's teammates were from California, Arizona, Colorado, Texas, Georgia, Florida, Arkansas, Massachusetts, New York, Iowa, Pennsylvania, and Illinois. Sutton has had teammates from the state of Washington, Illinois, California, Georgia, Texas, Arkansas, and all over Missouri, and even a teammate from Australia. It's a fantastic opportunity for athletes to meet and interact with players and other students from different parts of the country and the world. It's not only an advantage for just the student athlete, but also for the parents and family. Lori and I made lifelong friends over both the boys' 4 years at their respective colleges. We get to travel, eat dinner, celebrate wins, and suffer through losses with families of teammates. I have many memories from these college baseball experiences. Here is a recent story that I thought is a unique experience. Last week, Lori and I went to the Naples, Florida area. Her parents have a place there. We went to get away from the colder Missouri weather, to visit with her parents, and to take in the ocean, eat some fresh fish, and I got to golf twice. The weather was perfect with temperatures in the 75 to 80 degree range, no wind and no rain. A guy I know from the southwest Missouri area, I played against him in high school basketball, and he's been a golf club fitter and club builder down there for 30 years. He got me set up on 2 really nice courses in the Naples area. The first day of golf was at Hammock Bay, and he set me up with 3 members of the club to play around with. By coincidence, all three are from the Chicago area in Naperville. 2 of them, a couple, owned a clothing business, and the other guy was a retired Chevrolet dealer in that area. My family owned a Chevrolet dealership in southwest Missouri, so not only did we have a business connection, but we had the Chicago connection since Parker attended Northwestern University and lives in the downtown Chicago area. So many times the playing of a sport can get a conversation started and help to break the ice in many situations for both players and family. The Chicago connections help to make the golf outing in Florida even more enjoyable. Thank you to Tom, Greg, and Beth for letting me play on your beautiful course. Then I got to play a second round of golf at the Rookery course. Shane, the guy I had contacted, played, along with his neighbor and a businessman in the Naples area. As we negotiated the first 2 holes, the questions of where are you from, What business are you in? And what are your kids doing? Started to come up. I told them that both of my sons played college baseball, again, Parker at Northwestern and Sutton now in his senior year at Columbia College in Columbia, Missouri. Joe, one of the players, said that his son played college baseball, and I asked him where he played. He said his son was a left-handed pitcher at Davidson University in North Carolina. That's the home of Steph Curry. I said that one of Parker's best friends, Ruben, transferred from Davidson to Northwestern for his graduate year. He said that his son had played with a Ruben from San Diego, and as a matter of fact, Ruben was in his son's wedding. Then I said, well, Ruben from San Diego was in my son's wedding. What are the chances that I would go to Florida and my friend from Southwest Missouri would match us up with a guy whose son played with a teammate of my son, and then also the wedding thing topped it off? Little interactions like these, for me, make me appreciate the opportunity both of the boys have had for their college baseball careers. College sports can be a big advantage both socially and career-wise, and I know they have been for me as both a student and a parent, and for my boys. Another advantage of playing sports in college is that the experience can help set you up for a career. The combination of college classes and the college sports experience can give you advantages on paper and advantages in the workplace. I listened to an interview with Coach Bruce Pearl recently. The podcast was on The Verdict with Ted Cruz on January 14, 2026. The interview did cover some politics, but more on college sports and NIL. Coach Pearl was a manager for the Boston College men's basketball team back in the early 1980s. In the interview, he tells that he is one of the few Division I basketball coaches who never played high school or college basketball, but his connection with the Boston College head coach got him an opportunity to get into coaching. By the way, I was the manager for the then Southwest Missouri State men's basketball Bears back in the 1980s. Coach Pearl was an assistant coach at Stanford from 1982 to 1986, then an assistant at Iowa from 1986 to 1992. He became the head coach at Division II Southern Indiana from 1992 to 2001, where he won the Division II National Championship. He was the head coach at Milwaukee, a Division I program from 2001 to 2005. Then Tennessee from 2005 to 2011, and finally Auburn in 2014 to 2025. The part of Coach Pearl's interview that caught my ear and relates to how your college sport can be an advantage to you after college was Coach Pearl saying, quote, I always tell people when you want to hire someone in your company, hire a student athlete. They've tried and they've failed. They understand what pressure is all about. They've got discipline. They also know how to make sacrifices on a team. They are not worried about other people's successes. When you are just by yourself and all of a sudden you get to the workplace, you have to sort of fit in. It's like it's the first time you've been part of a team. But you're part of a family and a team in college sports. I then decided to ask Parker, my older son, if he could give me a few advantages of playing sports, especially in college, advantages that have helped him in his career and his life so far. Parker graduated from college in 2022, did a one-year grad program, and is now married and working in Chicago. His LinkedIn status showed him as an assistant VP of the Innovation Banking team, former student-athlete at Northwestern University, and MSMS graduate at Northwestern Kellogg School of Management. Parker gave me 3 points. Number 1, time management and structure. Number 2, confidence. And number 3, continuing to build healthy habits. Here is what he said. Number 1, time management and structure. I went from having to juggle school, baseball, social life, etc., which were all full-time jobs, to just having work. This feels a lot easier when I have multiple deals and projects I am working on all at once. I can prioritize them and still get done faster than colleagues. Number 2, confidence. I played in front of 10,000 people in my secondary sport in high school and played baseball at the highest collegiate level. The pressure of presenting to a group of people, leading calls, or sharing thoughts to senior positions at the firm is really just another day. Giving up a 400-foot bomb at Nebraska feels a lot worse than tripping over some words at work. And 3, continuing to build healthy habits. You learn how to take care of your body. From exercising to eating right to sleeping, you want to keep doing these things, and ultimately, I believe it leads to a better success at work and more energy outside of the job. We'll jump to my college sports experience, way back in the 1980s, and it was an eye-opening and beneficial experience. Out of high school, I didn't pursue a college baseball or basketball opportunity. I thought coaches would just contact me if they were interested. So I enrolled at, then, Southwest Missouri State, or SMS, in Springfield, Missouri, to pursue a teaching degree, and to get into coaching. About 1 month into my freshman year of college, a friend of a friend of a friend contacted me and asked if I would be interested in being a manager for the men's basketball team. The Bears programs had moved to Division I 4 years earlier, and the basketball team was under the guidance of head coach Charlie Spoonhour. As a manager, I did team laundry, set up team practices, loaded the players' lockers with practice and game gear, kept the clock running during practices, videoed games, took care of locker rooms at games, made sure the coaches had their gum, helped in practice drills, and then started to actually practice with the team on a daily basis. My sophomore and junior year, I played on the Bears JV basketball team, and I was moved to the head manager my junior and senior year, getting to travel on all the road trips. Coach Spoonhour and his staff recruited and built fun and successful teams. In the 1985-86 season, the Bears won 2 games in the NIT tournament, the college's first men's Division I postseason tournament. We beat Marquette and Pittsburgh and then lost to Florida. The next year, the Bears earned their first NCAA March Madness invite, and we were sent to Atlanta to face the Clemson Tigers with Horace Grant. The Bears beat Clemson and 2 days later played Kansas with Danny Manning and lost a close game to end a successful season. My junior year, we made the NCAA tournament again and got sent to Pauley Pavilion at UCLA and faced UNLV, coached by Jerry Tarkanian. My senior year, the 1988-89 Bears earned another NCAA trip, and this time to Arizona, and we faced the Seton Hall Pirates and fell to them in a close game. Seton Hall went on to lose the national championship game to Michigan. I tell you about our end of seasons to show you I had a fun, eventful, and successful experience as a manager for a mid-major Division I basketball team. All of our home games were floor-shaking adventures with 9,000 of our closest fans and friends. I had many interactions with many people nationally and locally. I worked with coaches, administrators, fans, and players during my 4 years, and I learned many lessons that would help me in both my professional life and my personal life. I didn't go into coaching, but I entered into the family's car dealership, and I washed cars, sold cars, ran the rental department, did the paperwork on sold vehicles, did the marketing and advertising, worked in the accounting office, and eventually became a part owner. My college experience, a little of it in the classroom and a lot of it in the gym, provided the background to help me build how I related to people, to situations, and to build a work ethic. Conversations were more easily started by bringing up the Bears and relating to people by knowing a lot of the same people. In college, I met doctors, lawyers, business owners, bankers, architects, plumbers, electricians, truck drivers, and many other people from all careers. It always amazed me that people knew me from me just sitting beside Coach Spoonhour on the Bears bench for 2 years. That chair in front of 9,000 people 20 times a year gained me an easier in for conversations and many eventual sales and relationships. I like to occasionally give you positives on college experiences because many student athletes only look at the competition aspect of their college sport. Pursuing a college sports experience is a beneficial part of your education and your future in both your professional life and personal life. If you, as a student athlete or as a family member, take into account that your college years are 4 years to set up the next 40 years, then you might consider more aspects to your decision and figure out that only finding the biggest or the highest priority college may not be your best decision. Recruit Me and I also want to nudge those student athletes to pursue their college sport when they don't realize that they can actually play their sport somewhere. And we like to help them realize how much of an advantage the experience can be. The 7 steps to an athletic scholarship and the Recruit Me 3.0 athletic scholarship system are built to guide you through the DIY steps that will help you to find the right fit college situation for you. Go to the recruit-me.com website to get access to the Recruit Me 3.0 system for only a $39 investment. Tune into the Athletic Scholarship Podcast every Tuesday by liking or following the Athletic Scholarship Podcast on your favorite podcast app. You can also get the new and the past episodes on the recruit-me.com website. If you have any questions or comments or subjects that you would like me to cover, then email me, Brent, B-R-E-N-T, at recruit-me.com. Thank you for listening, and join me next week for another 15 minutes that will change your college athletic future.